It is May 30th, 8:53 a.m. Just got done with fasted cardio, read the Bible this morning, all the stuff that I do every single morning to start the day off fucking right. Cooking some breakfast right now, and we are on day, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, day 4 of the cut right now, and the cut's cutting, man. Metabolism's fucking cranking. I'm hungry pretty much all day and night. Usually wake up at about 3 a.m. every single morning wanting to eat food, and I get up, piss, and just I avoid the bitch voice is strong whenever you're sleepy, okay? It starts to take over. It sees a little opportunity to creep in and take control, but I know it's there. So usually I leave like a diet soda next to my bed, sip that for a second, and get right back in bed. So I walk out into this kitchen. It'd be fucking dangerous. So in today's video, since I'm cutting right now, I'm gonna be doing a full day of eating, what I eat to get shredded over the next 6 weeks, and some tips and tricks and shit like that to get shredded. But it does always make me laugh whenever people ask me, how do I lose weight? How do I get shredded? Because like, dude, we have Google, all right? I think a lot of people, they just don't want the real answer, and they just want to act like they want to get shredded. But like, it's not that hard to find the answers. And maybe you clicked on this video for this reason, because you don't know how to and you want to learn how to, and I'm going to give you the tips and the tricks and everything you basically need to know. It's probably shit you've heard already, but I do have a different philosophy a little bit whenever it comes to getting shredded, because I like to focus more on the mindset and the mentality to get shredded that's going to carry over into all other aspects of your life and your future in bodybuilding and building your physique, because I think a lot of people try to make getting shredded and getting cut and all this stuff as easy as possible, so they incorporate all these little protein treats and shit like that. Fuck that shit, dude. I'm trying to build an unbreakable mindset that's going to carry over into the off season, so whenever it's hard to put down food, I have that mindset from cutting. It's going to carry over, and it's going to allow me to stay up till fucking 3 a.m. to get my meals in, or it's going to allow me to force the food down my fucking throat when I don't feel like eating, instead of skipping shit or trying to switch out meals with foods that are easier to eat, like fast food and shit. It's going to allow me to get the clean foods in I need during the growing phase, so I can make the most of that as well. And also, it's going to carry over into the rest of my life, into business. It's what allows me to make money. I mean, dude, I'm a 2-time college dropout. I was in the Marine Corps, and I'm making more money than pretty much, actually, I think everybody I went, at least the people I know of that I went to high school with, that spent all their time getting degrees and masters and all this shit, I'm making way more than they fucking are, you know what I mean? A lot of them still living with their parents and shit. But what has allowed me to do that is the mindset I developed in the Marine Corps, and now I sharpen that mindset and I grow it through bodybuilding, with cutting, growing, all this stuff, and continuously pushing myself. Because bodybuilding and getting in shape, it's as easy or as hard as you want to make it, but however hard you make it, that's the amount of mental growth you're going to get out of it. So if you're always trying to find the shortcuts, the easiest ways to cut, the easiest ways to do everything, then you're not going to get as much mental growth out of it, versus if you make things purposely harder, like you don't try to incorporate all these fucking protein treats and macro-friendly bullshit. If you don't do that, you're going to grow your mind. You're going to grow a strong mind, and you don't have to do that, okay? If this is like your secondary thing, you're not really too worried about growing your mind, which I don't know why you would want to not grow your mind. But if you don't want to do that, then yeah, sure, you can incorporate macro-friendly shit and just hit your macros and get shredded too. But this is for people that are trying to grow and become exceptionally better than everybody else. Everybody is valuable, okay? But some people, let's be real, there's tons of people better than me. Like, I'm not afraid to admit that. I think you need to have the humility to admit there are people doing better than you in life in certain aspects. I mean, it's just fucking facts, dude. And that's what can allow you to push yourself and become better. But yeah, so I'm going to cook breakfast because I'm fucking starving right now. I know it probably doesn't sound like it because I'm yapping my fucking ears off. But I drank a bunch of coffee this morning, so I'm pretty fucking, zoomed up. Who the fuck says that? Caffeinated, energized, something like that, yeah. So, yeah, shredded tips, going to take you through a rest day, macros, because it's pretty much no carbs. The only carbs I have is 100 grams of blueberries right now, 100 grams of pineapple at the end of the day, and 250 grams of rice. That's all the carbs. So you guys are going to see that during the video, but let's get it, man. Let's fucking get it. Let's get shredded. All right, guys. So, sorry, shirts off. I was being a little fuckboy taking a picture for my Instagram story. Whatever. So, breakfast, we got 2 eggs, 2 pieces of turkey bacon, and a coffee. Why did I say coffee like that? Like a Boston person or something. A coffee with 1 scoop of protein. I use HD Muscles Sweet Cream Cold Brew. Protein mixed in there. It's really fucking good. I use my little white girl swirler thing. And then we got 100 grams of blueberries right here. Only carbs we're getting until the end of the day. Great. 407 calories. And it looks like we got 50 grams of protein, 15.8 grams of fat, 17.5 grams of carbs. So I'm going to eat this because I'm fucking starving. One thing I want to say real quick, because my mug here says fuck your sensitivity, quit being a sensitive ass little fucking bitch, dude. It is like, I can't get over how many people get so offended by words or other people's opinions of them or people saying mean things to them. Who gives a fuck, dude? Most of the time when people are hating on you, it's coming from a place of insecurity within inside of themselves. So what they're trying to do by hating on you is they're trying to bring you down in order to make themselves feel higher up because they feel so low already inside. And a lot of times these kinds of people, right, they will come off as if they are confident or like they already think they're great, but they're only having this exaggerated version of confidence, which actually isn't confidence because they actually subconsciously view themselves as so low. And so whenever they see other people that are better than them or, more actually confident than them, they'll try to bring them down, belittle them in order to try to make them feel tiny inside of their heads. So fuck what those people say, dude. It doesn't fucking matter. Like at the end of the day, it's some person's opinion of you. They don't actually know you. Who fucking cares? And whenever it comes to, other people's opinions and shit, who gives a fuck? Unless it's something that's like harming kids or they're taking action on those opinions, who gives a fuck about their opinion, dude? It doesn't fucking matter. Now, like, it's one thing if you see, like, let's say a TikTok, somebody has a, opinion you don't agree with, and you stitch it and you make your own video on your opinion or why theirs is wrong, that's one thing. But actually getting upset over it and all pissy and shit, that's a whole nother. Don't let that kind of shit ruin your day because then you're letting their negativity or their opinion or whatever the fuck to make you less productive because whether you try to or not, that shit's going to be in the back of your head all day and it's going to, cloud your thinking and not allow you to be as productive. Fuck all that shit. That's why I just kind of keep myself secluded. I stay off social media besides posting on there just because like I'm not trying to be around that negativity. I'm not trying to be around that shit. That's why I don't talk to a lot of people because I don't want to. Most people are just looking for drama. They're looking to fucking, just have all this negativity and shit. And I don't need that in my life, dude. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. And I don't need negativity in my life because it's already hard enough as it is. I love the difficulty that comes with challenging myself and becoming better, but there are challenging moments. And if in those challenging moments where you're a little bit weaker, and you have negativity coming in from other directions, it's going to feed into that. So fuck those people. I'm going to eat breakfast. Alrighty, guys. So meal 2, we got something really special. It is 7 ounces of chicken, 100 grams of broccoli. So pretty fucking boring. I don't count the broccoli in the macros. So it's 280 calories, 60 grams of protein, 60.7, and 2.3 grams of fat. So, I heated the broccoli up, obviously, because I had to, like, cook it in the microwave or whatever. The chicken, I just, I don't even bother heating it up because why? I don't use any sauce or anything like that. Not because I'm a fucking hard ass or something. I just don't really see a point to. In a bulk, I use sauce just because it makes the food more, not liquidy, moist, I guess, and helps get it down because you're eating so much. But in a cut, I'm just so fucking hungry. I'm just happy to be eating something, and it's not really that hard to get down because of that. So I don't really bother using any sauces or heating it up or anything like that. I'm just hungry and happy to be eating something. And this is why I don't really have a lot of empathy for people whenever they're struggling to diet or lose weight or anything like that. I try to, because I try to think back to when I first started, but I've been doing this kind of shit for a while now, and some people are struggling to lose weight. I just think about the fact that, like, this is what I eat for months, you know what I mean? So it's hard for me to be like, there's nothing different between me and you or somebody else. We're people. The only thing different is our level of mental toughness and our discipline and our urgency to achieve our goals. And, for me, it's like, yeah, it's fucking chicken. Who cares? It's hard for me to understand why people struggle with it. But then like I said, I think back to when I first started and I try to have a little bit of empathy and be like, well, man, you just got to kind of quit being a little bitch and a pussy and get your shit together and just stop eating food you're not supposed to and eat the food that you are supposed to. Because like so much of eating is mental. Like some people like, oh, I'm choking on this chicken bowl. It's in your head. It really is. Like I've had times where I felt sick of chicken and it wasn't anything physical. It's just because I had been eating chicken so much that subconsciously a part of me just didn't want to eat it anymore, and it made it difficult mentally for me to eat it, but I kept eating it and it went away. You know, you just kind of got to do what you got to do. Yeah, you can probably tell energy's like a little bit low today because like I don't get a lot of carbs at the beginning and I'm only 2 meals deep. So just wait till like meal 4 or 5 whenever I haven't had carbs all day except for those blueberries, and I'm pretty fucking dead. So basically, actually, I was going to tell you the rest of the meals, but I'll leave that a surprise. But I'm going to eat this, do some work, got to get back to some client applications. And I'll probably see you guys at the next meal. If not, you know, I'll see you. Well, no, I definitely will see you the next meal. But if I see you before then, it's probably because I got some motivational ass shit to say. All right, guys. So we are on meal 3 now. And this one, let me tell you, it is fucking exciting. It's just a delight. We have 8 ounces of 93.7 beef with some mustard, a little bit of ketchup, and some hot sauce. So just kidding, not very exciting, but I do love the beef, to be honest. It's nice switching it up from the chicken. So this is 450 calories, 61 grams protein, 21 grams fat. So whenever it comes to rest day calories, right, the reason there are not a lot of carbs is because we aren't training. So whenever we are cutting, we want to be in a deficit, of course, and we don't need all of the energy that carbs give us on a rest day. So that's why they're cut there, so that we can keep the weight coming off faster and not affect our training nearly as much. And then I'll do another full day of eating for my training calories as well, and you'll see that in a cut, you're having less carbs, obviously, right? That's where we're pulling the calories from to lose the weight. And the carbs are centered around the workout. So you're going to have some for breakfast, some pre-workout in that meal, and then your pre-workout meal, which is going to be about an hour before you lift, can be fast digesting carbs and protein. I use Greek yogurt and cream of rice. Digest very fast. You don't want to eat it too close to your lift because then it's going to affect your training because your stomach's going to be trying to digest that food while you lift and putting blood into your stomach rather than the muscles. And then after that, it's pretty much no carbs because I don't need any more carbs for the rest of the day. So that is going to be meal 3. And I will see you guys at meal 4. All right, guys. So meal 4 is just going to be 7 ounces of shrimp. If you guys are bored of chicken ever in a cut, another great source of, or a few other great sources actually of lean protein is, I suppose, is whitefish, shrimp, 99% ground turkey is another good one. And what else? Oh, and like tuna packets are another good one as well. Like white canned tuna in water, not oil. Great protein sources if you're just getting bored of chicken, because, you know, chicken does get boring after a while and it can be kind of like tough to chew. Like shrimp is like super easy to chew and just kind of mash up and get down, versus chicken can be a little bit tough, especially if you overcook it or you've, you know, had chicken that was cooked a day or 2 ago and it's been sitting and can be a little bit tough to get down. So those are some good options. Any kind of fish is super easy to put down as well. But yeah, that's what we're going to be eating. Like I said, you know, whenever I'm cutting like this, foods are very basic, very straightforward, nothing exciting. But that's just how I like it. I like it to be straightforward and boring and kind of difficult because it's building my mental toughness. It's hard. I'm hungry right now. I know this isn't going to fill me up, but hey, it's whatever. I could probably eat all my next 3 meals and not be full, to be honest right now. But obviously we're not going to do that because you want your meals spaced out during the day and throughout the day. That way your body is staying in an anabolic state and, you know, having protein synthesis occurring rather than going into a catabolic state. So that's why we want to have protein all throughout the day, every, you know, 2 to 4 hours. So gonna eat this. It's about 4 o'clock right now. So I'll probably eat again at like 7 or 8 and then eat one more time before bed around 10 or 11 o'clock. And that's going to be that. All right, guys. So meal number 5, I'm finishing off this shrimp here with 7 ounces of shrimp, 280 calories, 60 grams of protein again. We got one more fucking meal to go. So I'm going to down this real quick. Then I'm going to show you guys meal 6 whenever I go to eat it in 2 to 3 hours. And I'll give you guys some final tips and advice whenever you're trying to get fucking shredded and get jacked. All right, guys. So I'm recording this one really fucking fast because I need to eat right now. I'm starving. And then I will go over some different tips and shit like that for cutting. But we got 8 ounces of 93.7 beef, 230 grams of white rice, and 15 grams of avocado oil and 100 grams of pineapple. And we're having a little 0 sugar root beer with this. So I'm gonna eat this real quick and then I will be back, give you guys some tips and shit on getting shredded and some step-by-step instructions. All right, guys, so instructions for getting shredded. What you're gonna do is go to tdeecalculator.net, type in all your information, height, weight, all that bullshit, and it's gonna give you your maintenance calories. So you're gonna wanna eat those for a week, 2 weeks. Take your weight every morning fasted after you go to the bathroom and then measure, and then at the end, sorry, not measure. A bit tired. It's cutting, like I said. And then at the end of that week, 2 weeks, look at your weight, and if it stayed about the same, that means you've now found your maintenance calories. So what you're gonna wanna do now is subtract about 500 calories from those calories, and you're gonna wanna mainly get those calories from carbs. You can bring your fats all the way down to 50, and you want your protein around 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. So those should be about set in stone. Once you got the 50 grams fat, 1.5 times your weight, gram, fuck me, my brain is not braining either. 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Those are set in stone now. So now all you can subtract out are carbs. So that's where you're gonna wanna take them from. And you're gonna want those carbs, some in the morning on training days, leading up to your training and post training. That's where you're gonna want them, so you don't really need any at the end of the day either. That's how you want it structured. That way you can make your training as good as possible. That wasn't exactly how I wanted to word that, but I couldn't think of the right words. So that's essentially what you're gonna do, and then once you start to hit plateaus and your weight not dropping anymore, you're gonna slowly drop calories again and continuously do that until you are fucking diced to the bone. So it's gonna suck towards the end. Once you're getting actually to the shredded state where you're really fucking, really lean, it's gonna suck. And that is one of the biggest tips I can give you guys, is just accept the fact that it's gonna suck. Stop trying to find shortcuts and little ways to make it easier and shit. Accept the fact that it's gonna suck, and accept the adversity, accept the struggle, and fall in love with that shit. Fall in love with the fact that you're doing something that's extremely difficult, extremely hard every single day, and that you're yielding results because of that. And then whenever you can look in the mirror, you can be proud of yourself for going through that hard work and struggle, and you're going to extract confidence from doing that. But yeah, cardio is not nearly as important as a lot of people think. A lot of people think they can just cardio away the fat, but that's not gonna happen. You can only burn so many calories doing cardio. I usually keep my cardio at about 30 minutes, 5 days a week, at about 130 beats per minute on anything that I wanna use. And then it stays right there unless I'm like in a contest prep where I really need to push cardio and we can't push food really any lower. But yeah, that's pretty much how you get shredded, man. It's not really that complex, not really that hard. If you can't do it on your own, I highly recommend getting a coach. That shit can be a game changer. Having someone that's holding you accountable. You gotta do check-ins each week. And it takes the stress away from having to make the plan yourself and knowing when to and when not to make adjustments, because a lot of people prematurely ejaculate. A lot of people prematurely make adjustments. They lower calories too much too soon, and it affects their training negatively, or they put themselves into too big of a deficit where they can stay on plan for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but then they fall off, they binge eat, and they completely fuck it all up. So you don't want to do that either. But that's going to be today's video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.